Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Glow. I'm jumping on back on here because this morning I did a great video for you guys to upload and had great information, great encouragement, and just my current events, like what happened last weekend. Celebrated my brother who turned 60. I'm the youngest, but my older brothers and older sisters, so we celebrated my brother, which we had a great celebration. It was beautiful. And just a recap on the video that I wanted to post this morning, but it just didn't pan out that way. I'll try to do my best to recap. So what I was speaking about was in the midst of my brother celebrating his 60th birthday. So blessed and so thankful to say that for my brother. I was speaking on about the celebration in general, and what I like about what he did was in terms of the decorations, the catering. He had a mixologist that created wonderful mocktails. He's actually the owner and operator is a good friend of mine. We went to community college together, but he is a mixologist. He did a wonderful job making mocktails because we did have the celebration at my church. My brother is my minister, and so it was just a beautiful celebration. So anyway, so in the recap, I'm just going over that today was again like another self-care day for me. I try to, as I spoke about earlier in my post, I try to take a self-care day at least once a week, and I'm trying to do it a couple of days out of the month, because I do work a very strenuous schedule, and it's not so much physically exhausting, but sometimes it can wear and tear on you mentally, just the support. You want to be a support to other people, and I love that. I love my work. I love the ministry and what I'm doing, just to be a sense of support in someone's life. I love that. I do believe that is my purpose. I do believe nursing was my purpose in life in general. So it was good to kind of take a step back and just celebrate, have an occasion for celebration. And I love my brother to no end. I love all my siblings. So it was good. So again, like what I liked about it, he brought all of entrepreneurs, he accented all of their talents. And I really enjoyed that. I thought it was wonderful just to get just their crafts and talents, and even my cousin, it was his debut. He is a caterer. He can fry the best fish. Oh my God. He can fry the best fish and fry the best chicken. So it was his debut as well. So I do love that. And I like that also because my brother was the main person that was the deciding factor. I actually spoke to all three of my brothers, my two oldest brothers, and then my last brother, which is, I say the last because he's the last of the boys. But they all sort of kind of pushed me, and my sister too, actually everybody. But really, they've all pushed me to believe that I could do it, that I could step out on faith. As you guys know, this is a Christian-based YouTube, and I'm I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed to believe in God, because you cannot be ashamed to believe in Him. And so they gave me the sense of, you can do this. And especially with my brother that I'm speaking of, Tim, when I realized what I needed to do, I realized that he had been an entrepreneur for almost like 30 years, going on 40 years actually. He's always been an entrepreneur. And so we got a chance to just celebrate him. And in recapping the video that I made, it was beautiful, you guys. Of course, this is my self-care day, so I just got my hair braided because I'm in the gym heavy and the weather's breaking. Seem like 2025 is like speeding up, and we're already in March, almost the middle of March, seems like. But either way, the weather's breaking, so I'm in the gym heavy. I've been consistent. My boyfriend and I just completed a 2-week challenge. We have both stuck to the challenge. I have lost almost 10 pounds. Whoop, whoop. So just by cutting down the sugar, cutting really out the sugar, but he'll tell you cutting down, because one thing that I didn't give up was my little cream in my coffee. Listen, if my coffee isn't right, it's gonna be a long day. So with the exception of just my hazelnut creamer in my coffee, no sugar, just been drinking water. Even though I have ginger ales in my house, I have the little mini Pepsis in my house, I just let my son enjoy those drinks, and I've stuck to my goal. Because if this is your first time watching me, I'm so late, but welcome to my channel. My name is Glory. My channel is Glow Promotes, and that's simply because I do enjoy promoting other companies, other entrepreneurs. I think it's so amazing that when we went through the pandemic, it was some people that said, you know what, I don't want to go back to work. Okay, and if you weren't able to do that, then hopefully you were one of the individuals that were able to work hybrid, or just at least take that time off to kind of collect your thoughts and see what your next moves were and what was best for your family. So for me, I'm so blessed, in the career path that I am, that I was able to, just, what, I think I want to work for myself, but so I want everybody to recognize that you can do the same for you. You just have to write it down. And one of the recaps that I was stating this morning, and you guys would have loved it, I was so hurt that I lost my footage. The video is there, but the sound is not. And I've tried to work it out, tried to, call my niece who, she's my videographer, and she edits my videos. And, I asked my hairstylist who, she's wonderful. She has her own company as well. She's an entrepreneur. I did speak about her. Shout out to Shauna. And just her just expertise in braiding. So but it just is not happening. We've tried everything. It was a 32-minute video, you guys. 32 minutes that I'm talking, and no sound. I even got emotional, like truly emotional, speaking about how many times my brother has been there for me, just specifically him. My whole family has been there always, with any advice, any encouragement, pushing me forward, supporting me, praying for me as a whole. But specifically him, just a little recap. Again, he's been an entrepreneur for almost 40 years. It's probably been close to 40 years, if not 40 already. I'm sure he'll tell me when I ask him. But he's always been there. You know, he's always been there for me. And so a little bit about just the background for me. I did not come up with just any and everything handed to me. My family was a very hardworking family. My mother and father both had 2 full-time jobs the entire time that I was growing up, and even a little bit after I became a teenager. Certainly for my mom, of course. Illness, however, prevented my dad in his latter years. He was a farmer by day, by the morning, the 4:30, 5 a.m., feeding all the animals, planting fruits and vegetables, and also manning his tobacco farm, his smokehouse for the hogs, and just everything. And then he would work second shift at a tobacco factory. And my mother, the same. She would work at a doctor's home by day, only had 30 minutes in between both jobs, and then second shift she worked at that same tobacco factory in which she met my dad many years ago. But just very hardworking. And so that kind of taught me that whatever you want out of life, you got to work for it. You have to work for it. You can't just, imagine what it would be like. You got to put work to it. The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. So that was another recap that I spoke about earlier today. And I just decided, I wasn't going to jump on here again, but I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to be defeated today. There's still a message that, that I need to state, which was why the message was 32 minutes long. Did not mean for it to be that way, but I promise you it would have been very entertaining to you, very encouraging for you. And just an inside look at me. Okay. So with that being said, it just reminded me, with him uplifting all of those entrepreneurs and, just highlighting their talents, that was just so amazing to me, because entrepreneurship is hard. Okay. Equally so, working for somebody is hard, but you have to have that mindset to, again, write out what you want and work towards it. We all have our journey, our life path to work through, to walk through. And you can make your life what you want it to be if you put the work in, if you pray, if you believe, number one. Again, if you're a woman of faith, if you're a man of faith, you only have to have the size of a mustard seed. And if you don't know the size of a mustard seed, I want you to Google the size of a mustard seed, and I want you to go look at it, because it's so tiny, such tiny faith. But it works. It really truly works. And so anyway, back to my brother. I'll just do a little recap of what I said earlier. So, and this was the part in the video where my emotion just got the best of me. And my family picks on me because they tell me that I'm the emotional one. And I am, because I just have that great of love for people, that when you hurt, I hurt. Okay. And so I just want to make the world, just better, better by my nursing, better by my ministry, better by encouraging. And it's just a natural thing. And I never understood really what my name meant when I was growing up. But my name, Glory, means to uplift, to praise, And so anyway, so back to my brother in his celebration. So one of the other ministers, I had shared this, and I'm not ashamed. Like I said, I'm not ashamed to praise God, because I know who I am, and I know whose I am, and I know where I come from. And I came from the bottom. I came from the bottom. I did not, just catapult to where I am. I started as a CNA for 10 years, okay? Working in all nursing homes, all hospitals. There's nothing, I'm that type of nurse that there is nothing that I would ever ask someone else to do that I wouldn't do. 10 years as a CNA, then God blessed, and I became an RN for 10 years. And now I'm getting ready to come up on my 5th year of my nursing practice as an NP. So God has truly brought me from the bottom to the top. And, he can do the same for you. It does not matter what position you're in. It does not matter what you think you can't do, because you can do it, okay? And I was that little girl, imagining being where I am today. And guess what I did? I wrote a vision. Write the vision, make it plain, and work towards it. So a little bit about my brother, and I'll just recap this again. So every single time that I needed Tim, he was there. He was there. And his celebration, and I was sharing this about it because I was just so discouraged. So when he came out with the colors of his party, I tore my mama's house up. I tore it up, looking. So his colors were emerald green, gold or champagne, and black and white, okay? And I tore my mama's house up because, let me just go in the backstory. Backing up prior to where I'm getting to. When my parents worked second shift, of course, here we are. It was my brother and it was my 3 older sisters, okay? But each year for school, because my mom worked second shift and my dad, both of them were always working 6 days a week now. 6 days a week, whether they were healthy, whether they were sick, it did not matter. They had bills to pay. So they sacrificed their health sometimes, unfortunately. But they had to take care of all of us. But what I love about my brother is what he did for me and my sisters. Every summer before we went back to school, every summer, he would do our hair. And I think I shared this with you guys before, that my mother taught us how to do the opposite things in the event that we were ever by ourselves, okay? And so all of my brothers, they know how to cook, clean, sew, okay? And us girls, we know how to do the opposite. I know how to change my own oil. I know how to change my own tire. Just so that my mom wanted to make sure that we were self-sufficient. But every summer he would do our hair for the next school year. And my hair was really thick. It's still really thick. Sometimes back in the day, I used to get perms. And it used to take 2 perms, 2 separate boxes of just for me. Dark and Lovely, all of those brands. It took 2 separate perms just to perm my hair. And sometimes Tim would be working on our hair from I want to say 12 or 1 o'clock, or maybe even earlier than that, until 10, 11 o'clock at night. Perming 3 people, 3 of his sister's hair. And so that's a memory I'll never forget. But speeding up to why I tore my mama's house up looking for this certain item. So once he told me about his colors, I was like, you know what? I want to wear my prom dress. And that's what I was looking for. And I know some of you guys are like, your prom dress, you know, like, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been about probably approximately 23, 24 years since my prom, I want to say. Yeah, because my son will be 22 next month. But as I shared before, I've been on my health journey. I've been on my health journey like consistently. I've always been on a health journey. But I've been on my health journey consistently for 2.5 years. So out of that 2.5 years, I've lost 43 pounds. I have lost more than that, but I'll share that in an update on my weight loss journey, because I do believe physical health is just as important as mental health, and it helps with endorphins. You know, it just natural mood booster, confidence booster, especially when you look good, you feel good, of course. So I was tearing my mama's house up trying to find this prom dress because I wanted to pay homage to my brother who sewed my prom dress. And it was a beautiful satin emerald green prom dress. And I remember all of the flack that I got for picking that color, but I just thought emerald green was just such a beautiful, prosperous color. I think it means prosperous. I think green means prosperous. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. But I got a lot of flack from my friends and whoever else back in the day, because, you know, prom is like in the middle of like, what, April, May? But I'm like, no, I want to stand out. I want to be different. I want this beautiful emerald green dress. And every time I needed Tim, every time I asked him for something that I needed, he was there. And without question, he sewed my prom dress. And if you guys could imagine, because I desperately wanted to wear it to his celebration, just to pay homage to him as an entrepreneur, and just show the people just his craftsmanship, his work. He sews choir robes, he sews preacher robes, he sews curtains, he's sewn several dresses for his wife. He sews everything. My mother was a seamstress, and she sewed her own wedding dress. Beautiful. I wish I could show you guys the pictures, but beautiful. So just his passion for sewing. So I wanted to do that. I also spoke about when I had a medical emergency with my son when I was pregnant with him. And the person that I called was Tim. And he was there. And not only was he there, but when I couldn't feel my baby move for quite a while, for quite some time, for a couple of hours, Tim was there. And he called and he checked on me. You know, he was there. You know, thankfully after a couple of hours, I felt my baby move. And if any of you guys have ever been in that position, it's like seconds become hours, hours become days. So Tim was there. When I had my first car wreck, Tim was there. Also, when I married my son's father, I was young, very young, 19, and I needed a wedding dress, and I could not afford my wedding dress. Tim paid for half of my wedding dress. He was there. And during my wedding, he decorated it, and he also sewed all of my bridesmaids' dresses. So I really, really wanted to just pour into him and just share all of the things that he had done just for me. It was a whole room full of people, it was a whole room full of people that I know Tim has touched each and every life, each and every person that was in that room. And I could only guess how many times and count it up how many times he was also there for them. So anyway, so that was this past weekend. So that's what got me on this whole subject of entrepreneurship. I'm 3.5 years in, but I'm looking up to someone who's been an entrepreneur for 40-something years. 40-something years. And the same respect goes for my brother Proctor, and all of my older siblings. I don't want to leave anybody out, but my oldest brother, you know, he sent money home, you know, even though he was away in college in his 20s. He always sent us money home to make sure we had clothes, and that we had everything that we needed while my parents were working so hard. But, you know, I'm just sharing all of this with you guys because, you know, that's the groundwork. You know, sometimes you just have to take a step back, look back over your life, see where God has brought you from, see where you are today, and know that with every bad situation, with every negative situation, with everything that you've been through, you know, breakup, loss, broken friendships, just everything in general. Things didn't go your way, but you're still here. You're still here to tell the story. And so, y'all, listen, like I said, I'm not ashamed to praise God, and I'll praise Him until my last breath. But one of the ministers at his celebration, our assistant pastor, y'all, he only had to say it one time. And I know my boyfriend thought it was a tornado behind him because I went off. So he made this statement that I know all of you guys, if you are a woman, a man of faith, and if you don't understand it, I hope that you will understand it. But he made this statement: this may be your last time. And if you know, you know. Like, he made that statement, and that was all that he needed to state for me to have a flashback and look over my life and see where God has brought me from and see where I am today. Like, I truly did not get on here to testify to you guys, but my life is a testimony. You know, I am a testimony. I'm a living testimony. So I want you moving forward. Like I said, today, when I lost my video, I was just like, you know what? That's it. You know, I just tape on another day. But no, because there is a true message. There's a true word, you know, there's a true sense of encouragement, words of encouragement that people need to hear. So, you know, I just want you kind of to reflect and just look over your life, and also presently, in this present moment, decide what you want to do. You know, decide, you know, okay, make out a plan. See where you want to be next year. See where you want to be in the next 6 months. In my church, we do 6 months. We do January through June, July through December. We always do an overview on, okay, for this first 6 months, what do we want, or what are we going to do for our lives, ourselves, our community, our church, what have you. Then also for the next 6 months, going towards the latter end of the year, what are we going to do? So it's just something to think about. And I'm a planner. I love to plan. Now, of course, plans don't always go your way. But if you map it out, if you write it out, if you write the vision, make it plain, and work towards it. You have to work towards it. You can't just write something and then leave it on the shelf to collect dust. You have to be able to work towards that goal. So that is my desire. I have some great things coming up this year. I still have some things that I have not shared with you guys just yet. But I do believe that, you know, some things are coming into play, and I can't wait to share everything with you. Of course, you guys see me, my sweatshirt, my favorite sweatshirt. I just got back from my hair appointment, ran to the grocery store, ran to the bank, my usual errands, and now I'm about to be home so I can rest. Nothing's really happening today, but I'll try to tag you all along with me when I do have events or things that I'm going to, or when I have someone in the car for my other segment called Car Chronicles, which whenever someone's in the car, it doesn't matter who it is. If I feel like, let's talk about something, let's just, just talk, and let's just, do it. Let's just lay it on the line, and because I love to hear different point of views. I love to learn. I love to communicate in general. So I hope you all can catch Car Chronicles. But yes, so I have ran my errands. I am ready for the gym. I won't have to tie my hair up, my little ponytail, and sweat out all my hair. But yeah, so I am excited about that. I'm excited about my health journey. But I just wanted to again, just recap my original video. Now I'm telling you, you guys may have been in tears in that moment where I was just sort of just overwhelmed with just gratitude and gratefulness for having such a wonderful brother, a wonderful leader, a wonderful example, and just overall just his life. I'm grateful for his life. I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for all of my family in general, my immediate and my extended family. So it was beautiful to see some of my cousins there. It was just my nieces. It was just a beautiful thing. My honey was there. But I tell you, when he said that statement, this may be your last time, I promise you, my boyfriend probably thought it was a tornado behind him, because I tore that floor up like nobody's business, and I'm not ashamed to say it. My name is Glory, and yes, I dance for Jesus. I shout for the Lord. You can say it however you want to say it, but my name again means to praise, and my name means to uplift. So I'll never sit down on God. I will never sit down on him. When the Spirit moves, the Spirit moves. So I just love my faith, and I love my family. I love my church family. But yeah, so I am home, guys. I'm ready. I'm so ready to just shower again, rest, relax, eat, eat. I'm still on my journey. So we took a 2-week challenge, my honey and I, my boyfriend and I, and we've done so well. So the challenge ends Monday. So it's been 2 weeks without sodas, without my favorite Haagen-Dazs. And Misha, if you're watching, I know you know what I'm talking about. My favorite Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars. I love chocolate, y'all. I love chocolate. And when I stumbled upon those Haagen-Dazs with the amazing chocolate, the amazing almonds, the incredible vanilla ice cream that's inside, I was in love. I could live with that for the rest of my life. But I had to lay them things down for a minute, because almost 10 pounds crept back on me, and I'm like, oh no, I am not going back to where I was before, which is why I stated the challenge. And my boyfriend, he made a statement about what he was going to give up for 2 weeks. So we have been consistent. I've been in the gym every single day. I actually went today, which I normally don't go on Fridays. I sort of work out Monday through Thursday, and then I just let Friday, Saturday, and Sunday just be the weekends, just be a rest and recharge, rejuvenation period. But the challenge ends on Monday, and he tried to say, oh, well, let's go one more week. No, I'm good. I done lost my weight. I'm back down to where I was originally. I don't want to lose much more weight. because you know I'm in my toning phase. I love my shape, so I'm in my toning phase, and I don't want to get too small. So you know, no disrespect to, you know, anyone that is a little leaner than me, or you know, that weighs less than me, but for me personally, I like the shape that I am now, and so now it's all about toning. So I'm ready to rest, relax, enjoy the rest of my Friday. I'm so excited. I get to catch up on all of my shows. I've just been working so hard. It's just the year where I have to do all of my CEUs. I'm getting ready to recertify for my national certification as a Psych NP. So that's coming up, and I'm also ready to go to a seminar. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so this is part 2. That was not supposed to be a part 2, but I'm glad that I jumped back on just to kind of give you guys a recap of what I was saying. And I wish you guys could have seen it. I washed my hair, and it looks so like full and pretty, and it just kind of, oh gosh, you guys would have loved it. It's not just about my hair, but I was planning on doing a pre-appointment video and a post-appointment video, but it just didn't work out that way. So again, I do want to shout out my hairstylist. Her name is Styled by Shana. Styled by Shana. She has her own braiding and natural hair shop, and she just caters to you. I love a person that when you go to the shop, it's just you and the stylist. It's you, the stylist, and TV. And she has snacks laid out, you know, so professional. She has her own hair line, hair system, also her own oils. She does, I think I saw lemongrass. I'm excited about that. So I'll probably run back and get that. But, and I believe her line is called SBS Hairapy or hair therapy. But either way, I've just enjoyed her. She keeps my hair laid, and she's my stylist that's in North Carolina. I also have 2 other stylists in Virginia. One is her name is, I call her T90. We all know her by T90, and her company is called T-Do Hair. T-Do Hair. So that's when I go back home. And last but not least, my heart, my friend, my classmate. Again, you guys have heard me speak about Thomas. His name is Thomas Richardson. He works at Visions Salon, and I will be interviewing the owner and operators. They are a married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Brown. So I will be interviewing them soon, because again, this channel is called Glow Promotes. So I definitely want to promote all of these entrepreneurs. And you see how that tied into this video. So I definitely want to give back, and I definitely want to start showing you guys some of these people that are just intricate in my life, intricate in my hair journey, my brother, intricate in my life altogether, my family, of course. You know, so I do want to do a formal shout out to Styled by Shana, Thomas Richardson, and also Rona Green, but she is known as T90. Okay. And her company is T-Do Hair. She's done my hair for just as many years as Thomas has. So probably well over like 20 years, over 20 years. But yeah, that's who keeps me together. I love them all. I love, and I think I explained my hair, why my hair is so important to me, in the previous video. But either way, I'm ready to relax. I have carried you guys with me my whole ride home. I done ran errands. I done went to the bank. I done did everything. But on the drive home, I just wanted to kind of tell you guys about my day. And again, just show you that, again, I'm a real person just like you. You know, I get tired physically. I get tired mentally. I have to keep pushing through, just like you have to do the same, okay? Today was a self-care day for me. I'm going to try to continue to take at least, 1 day a week of self-care. And I was talking to my sister, and she was telling me that, okay, well, just take one Friday off a month, okay? And I'll probably start doing that just for me. You know, I'm used to that. My previous job was Monday through Thursday. But when my honey went back to work and he was promoted to his new position, because he used to work Monday through Thursday. So our schedules were perfect. But now, thankfully, he has a promotion, a new job promotion. It's going well, going great. But he works Monday through Friday. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I can work, another day, and I can help and reach more people another day. So since he was promoted, I went ahead and started working Monday through Friday just like him. So because when you want to build something, you want to build it, and if you have someone, you want to build it together. If you don't have someone, which I've been single, and single means non-married. Single means non-married. I've built myself up since my son was 18 months old. Okay, so for those single ladies out there, there is hope. Those single men out there, there is hope. You can do it by yourself as well as another person. And remember what I said in the previous video. Do not depend on anyone else to build you up. You build yourself up. You look in the mirror. You write down your goals. You write down your budget. You build yourself up physically, emotionally, financially. Do it for yourself. That way, if you ever get disappointed by anyone, you still have you. At the end of the day, you still have you. Okay? And so I can speak on both ends because I've been married. I'm divorced. I'm a mother. I'm a single, divorced mother, and again, since my son was 18 months, okay? So whatever you want to do, you can do. So I'm going to take my rest days, and I'll talk about a little bit more of what I talked about in the next video, but I did not expect me to just go on and on. But again, that's why I like to be just all like on the spot, genuine, nothing rehearsed. I'll plan more when I drop my podcast with my girls. They all know, so it's coming really, really soon. Hopefully sooner than later. But I just love to share with you guys. And of course, again, if you're new to my channel and you're still hanging on listening to me, thank you so much for just stopping by, just for taking the time to listen. My videos are all based on encouragement, okay? Encouragement, self-care, mental health awareness, resources, entrepreneurship, and just anything really that I want to talk about, and just you guys getting to know me as the individual. But also, there'll be some videos where, I will share some things professionally, and just, again, spread mental health awareness. And on that note, please, if anyone is struggling in any way, please dial that National Suicide and Crisis Prevention Lifeline at 988 or 911 for any emergency. At 988 and 911, there will be someone there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, should you ever just need to pick up the phone, or if you ever need for someone just to listen, okay? 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 366 if it's a leap year. Okay, so I want everybody to know that number and to have that number in their phone, 988. And for me, I always reassure and ask my clients to repeat the number so that I know that they have it. Okay, and also spread that number to anyone. Everyone needs to have that number. Okay, you never know, you may save a life. And don't assume just because it's a text that everybody's okay. Okay, don't assume. Call and check up on that friend. Just don't let it drop on text message. Just don't pass by when people all of a sudden start giving you stuff and they feel all happy and, oh, I want you to have this, I want you to have that. No, that's the person that you need to call and check on, or you need to stop by and, hey, say, come on, let's hang out. I want you with me today. Let's go have a self-care day. It's just that important, okay? But yes, because I was just reading an article about a young man that committed suicide because he was in the negative in his accounts. So God rest his soul. Many condolences to his family. But I'm just sharing that little bit on a serious note, on a serious side, that it doesn't take much, okay? It doesn't take much either way. It doesn't take much for someone to be on their breaking end, but it also doesn't take much for someone to call or stop by, check on them, check on the people that you love, that you care about, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly. I was in a position one time where my mother's friend fell in the floor. Didn't know how long she had been there. And had God not dropped in my spirit, Mom, I think we need to go visit Mrs. Such and Such. And it would not let up. Like, I go and drive home to another state to take my mom to church. But before I even left my home that day, God laid on my spirit, go visit Mrs. Such and Such. Go visit Mrs. Such and Such. And it would not let up. That feeling would not let up. And it was a reason. It was a reason because she had fell in the floor, could not get up, could not reach the door. Walker was across the floor. Elderly lady in her 90s. So what I'm saying is, check on anyone. Give them a call. Just don't let it end on a text message, okay? But yeah, so that's my, you see how I dropped that ministry in there and it just comes out of nowhere. And I know it's God. And I know that's the reason why I could not rest until I had a part 2 to this video. Because God will show you things. He will direct your path. If you just listen to him, if you listen and obey. So definitely, yes. So this is my self-care day. I hope you all really incorporate a self-care day for yourself. Go, pamper on yourself. You deserve it. You're worth it. I want you to invest in yourself, but not only yourself, invest in your life. Okay. Invest in God, have a relationship with him. Don't just go to church. Have a relationship with him, because God is with you everywhere. Okay. And you want to know him, and most importantly, you want him to know you. So with that being said, I'm really going to go now. Guys, I could talk to you forever and ever and ever. I just love just sharing with you guys. But I hope that you have a great rest of your weekend. I look forward to jumping on again whenever, it hits me, or whenever I want to bring you guys along. Please, if you like anything that I said today, and I'm so sorry that it took so long. I just love sharing with you all. But if you liked anything that I said today, please comment, like, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And also leave me a comment, let me know your company, and I will gladly promote your company. Okay, just give me a shout out or tell me the name of your company. I will make sure that I put it in the next video. I will make sure that I get the word out locally and hopefully across the world about you and your company, and just more information. Okay, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.